I'm Holly Whiting. I'm 18 years old. I do lots of art, both visual and performance. I do lots of singing, probably. I think if you were to ask anyone, oh, what does Holly do? The answer would be, oh, she sings all the time. I also have lots of pets. As far as family dynamics go, we're pretty creative. All of us do music, and most of us also do art. We're a pretty solid family. We have really good communication, and we talk about everything. My dad is like chronically depressed. He goes through episodes of depression where he essentially just shuts down. And I guess the first one happened when I was about 7. Didn't really understand it at the time. It was just, Dad is going to be different for a while. I am medicated. I guess it all started in middle school. I was just having a really tough time. I started having panic attacks was the initial reaction. I was about 13 and I just couldn't cope with things that were happening around me. And we didn't really know what to do at first. So we started by just switching schools, and that kind of worked, but only for about 6 months, and then I went right back into the same anxiety and depressive thoughts and like not knowing what to do. I know lots of people are very scared of taking medication, but I did have my father who was medicated, and I saw it work for him. I went through 3 or 4 different medications before I got one that did what it was saying and didn't have horrible side effects. Lots of people don't really get how the medication works. People think that like dumbs you down and it like reduces some part of your character. I do think that there are some people that are going unmedicated that should be, but I'm not going to interfere in other people's lives. If they are getting adequate treatment outside of medication, then good on them. This is just what works for me. Definitely, medication is not a one, like, stop fix. People think it is, but then you look at the statistics and like 60% of people that only take medication relapse. Definitely pets are super helpful in that like a pet has never judged you. Like if I don't get out of bed, they don't get fed. So it's like, okay Holly, people depend on you. You gotta get your booty in gear and go take care of those adorable little fluff balls that you own. One of the things that kind of pushed me into mental health activism was that I was being taught about mental illness by my school division. One example is one guy had schizophrenia, and he was 35 and homeless. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a guy with schizophrenia, but what about the thousands of people with schizophrenia that are like going to work every day? I was not pleased with the portrayal of it, because then now every kid in that class, what if one of them gets diagnosed with schizophrenia? And then now they think that they're gonna be homeless and that they won't be there for their kids. It's like, no. Absolutely there are people with schizophrenia that are like treated and totally functional human beings. They should show people that have gone through lows and have gotten out of them, because that's most people. My dad had a major depressive episode and he lost a bunch of weight and he had to take months off of work, but since then he's won like multiple achievement awards in his field and stuff. Like he's a very successful veterinarian. Just because I have a few weeks where it's hard to get out of bed in February doesn't mean that by June I won't be going to grad and rocking house and stuff. So yeah, I had a pretty hard one this year. That's kicked me pretty far down, but I'm on the upswing. I'm on my way back up, and all my friends are there for me, and I'm graduating. It's really fulfilling to me to think that my story and the ways I have worked on myself could help other people. So that's what I've been trying to do. I'd like to do it on a larger scale, maybe with younger people. Because I think the younger we start removing stigma, the better, like the easier it will be through high school. There are people all over that can help. And even just time helps, so don't give up on it, you know? Because it seems like this big, like impenetrable force that you can't overcome, but I know everyone has the power within them to overcome it.